Your first time using watercolor.
Yeah, I know. It's a clickbaity title,
Yeah.
but really, I only started experimenting with watercolor pencils within this past year.
Yeah.
And that's really more about laying down color with the pencil,
Uh-huh.
not so much with the brush.
Right.
And of course, when I was 6 or 7, I know I got the same set of inexpensive, waxy watercolors that lots of kids get.
Right.
And they're not great.
Nope. I had them too.
Right. And I think my parents got me some tubes of watercolors when I
Okay.
was in my teens.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't into it, and I didn't really use them.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first time using actual watercolor here.
Okay.
And look, I got to tell you, I haven't watched any tutorials.
Okay.
I haven't read any books or tips. I just wanted to go in completely unprepared
Yes.
and just see what would happen.
Right.
We said it before, if we're going to fail, let's fail spectacularly.
Why not? Aw, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda. My nephew likes to draw,
Yeah.
and he drew me a Baby Yoda birthday card.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh yeah, he's a great kid.
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank him for that drawing, so I'm going to send him a thank you card.
Aw.
But since he drew his card to me,
Yeah.
there's no way I can just phone it in and pick up a store-bought card.
Right.
So I got out my supplies and I decided to draw a thank you card for him.
So a drawing for a drawing.
Yeah, it's an even trade.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick with the theme that he picked,
The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. And I'm going to draw Baby Yoda in a scene from that show where Baby Yoda is somehow magically lifting this 2-ton beast using some sort of power. What would you call it?
Yeah, like a unseen, like an energy?
Yeah, like some kind of mystical influence.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a word for it.
Right.
But that's the scene.
Okay.
Baby Yoda lifting the Mudhorn.
Yeah.
So like I said, this will be my first time really trying to use watercolors.
Yes.
And I'm always encouraging my nephew to make art, to try
Right.
new stuff,
Yeah,
because it keeps it fun
it does.
when you try new things.
Right.
But who am I to tell him that if I'm not going to try it myself?
That's true.
But we do it all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm risking ruining these inks
Okay.
with watercolor in a few minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll learn something,
That's true.
I think,
Right.
and it'll be fun.
It will be.
And that's really what it's all about.
Okay.
I'm using tech pens and brush pens
Okay.
on these inks.
Oh, good.
With tech pens and pencils and colored pencils, and even brush pens to a degree,
Yeah.
there's a level of rigidity
Oh,
to
yeah.
the business end of the tool, of
Okay.
the mark making tool, that allows me the freedom to do what I do with confidence.
Okay.
You know, I know where those marks are going to end up.
That's true.
And I think that's what scares me about watercolors,
Right.
is the brushing of it.
Yes.
And not only the soft brush, but also the fact that it's water. It's just
Right.
water just splashing down on the paper.
Yeah.
And depending on how it catches the tooth of the paper,
Yeah.
I really don't know how that's going to end up.
Yeah, it could go anywhere.
Yeah. So I think that's what keeps me away from it. I'm so much more comfortable with those more predictable mark making tools.
Right.
But you know me.
Yeah,
I'm always up for a little chaos.
that's true.
I'm always looking for some mystery.
You are?
I mean, and as a complete watercolor novice,
Yeah.
it feels like there might be some of that.
Right.
You know, I won't know where the color's going to end up.
Exactly.
So I think it'll be fun trying this out.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the watercolors.
Okay.
So like I said, I didn't read any how-to books
Okay.
or watch any how-to videos
Right.
before I started this disaster. But I did wisely consult our friend Jared Cullum
Oh, yeah.
about what kind of watercolor paints to buy.
Good idea.
Because I didn't want to start at a disadvantage
Okay.
with the supplies. I'm already digging myself out of a hole to begin with.
Yeah.
And when I say our friend Jared,
Yeah.
you know what I mean is we met Jared one time
Yes.
at a cookout,
Right.
and now a few months later I'm pestering him about art advice. But he was very generous
Yes.
and helpful
Oh, good.
with his expertise. And expertise is precisely the word I want to use because
Yes.
his stuff, his watercolor stuff is amazing.
Oh my gosh, it is.
He really is an expert at it, but
Yes.
also a constant student. He's
Yeah.
always learning. He's always learning new stuff and applying
Right.
it to what he does. And the stuff that he puts out is amazing.
Oh, it is. Yeah, and we'll put his information down below. He has a YouTube channel and Instagram that we'll
Yeah,
put in.
and I think he just put out a graphic novel too that looks like a lot of
Oh,
fun.
that's right.
And whatever you do, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
Do not associate Jared's good name with the debacle you're about to witness as far as my watercolor experiment goes. I'm honestly a first timer, and Jared is so far ahead of where I can ever hope to be that I don't want his good name tarnished by my attempts at watercolor.
Your cat showed up to watch this.
Yeah, I don't think she has a lot of confidence in my abilities either. When I say I wanted to get a feel for watercolors with this project, I'm not thinking the color wheel. I'm not thinking cool shadows, warm highlights.
Right.
All I'm trying to figure out is how it feels to have watery pigment come out of a brush and what it does when it hits textured paper.
Okay.
So I'm starting right at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I know I said I haven't watched any how-to videos or read any books. Yeah. But it's not like I don't plan to. I don't want anyone to think that I just resolutely refuse to learn. I'm going to. This is just my first step. Yeah. And I will probably watch some of Jared's videos. Yeah. I've looked through some of his YouTube titles. Right. And they look like you could really learn a lot from that guy.
I think so too.
So hopefully, in the end, I'll get better at this.
Yeah, I think so.
And when I say that I wasn't really concerned with the color, I also should add that I really had no idea how these colors were going to look when they hit the paper. Yeah. I could have done a test, I'm sure. Right. But, I was being reckless. Yeah. We're having fun. Yeah. And I went for kind of a watery, pale yellow sky, but when this yellow pigment hit the paper, it was like it was on fire.
Oh my gosh.
I'll list this particular paint set in the info so that you can try it. It's really good, and the pigments are so bright and so intense. So much better than those waxy sets we got in first grade.
Oh, I know.
That I'm sure once I know a little more about what I'm doing, I'll be able to put them to great use.
Oh, good.
So there's the giant Mudhorn being levitated by the child.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, from my very first attempt, it's not complete and utter garbage. It's not too bad. I had fun. Good. I learned a little bit.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll be better next time.
Yay.
Hopefully my nephew will appreciate my artistic efforts here.
Oh, I think he will.
I certainly appreciate his.
Yeah.
Try new things, learn new things.
Yes.
This is the way.
This is the way.